right, welcome to Subculture, presented by the Block A Collective, the podcast where we explore the dynamic world of visual culture and creative practices. This episode is part of our series Tailored, which dives into the fascinating realm of customization culture in Singapore. Tailored will be presented as a visual arts exhibition in conjunction with Aliwal Urban Art Festival in January 2025. Today, as we speak about custom culture, we have a unique guest who bridges two creative worlds. Please welcome a close friend of mine, Moon, a talented tattoo artist with a passion for customizing motorcycles. Welcome to Subculture, Moon.
Hello, Iman.
Hello. Okay, so we'll just cut straight to the chase, okay? How and when you started tattooing?
I think it all started with LaSalle. I think why LaSalle was because LaSalle gave me a chance to like really explore, like all sort of stuff like in art context. I grew up as a really hyperactive kid and stuff like that. So I always like kind of drift around
Right.
from one thing to the other thing.
Uh-huh.
Even like from sports, right? Basketball to soccer to
So I didn't know you played basketball, dude.
Chinese ma in Singapore.
Right. Then I also play basketball, you know.
You?
Yes.
Melayu?
Yes. I played for school, by the way, Bukit Panjang Government High.
Oh, okay, lor.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
so I think my character is that
Mm.
kind that, from young I know that, I always love chasing the kick.
Mm.
Like right from like BMX to
Oh, dude.
skateboard.
Wow,
So,
okay.
so I've known like, guys who like stick to BMX, like forever.
Mm.
Skateboard too. But for
Yep.
me it's just that, I just decided to switch over because it gives me a different kick.
Mm.
Then of course study teruk lah, right? So that was LaSalle then NAFA, right? So I picked LaSalle because cool ma, right?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So entered LaSalle, then I really like start to explore lah, like all sort of medium, and I was even thinking of like doing sculpture.
Mm.
I was like like maybe interior design.
Okay.
That was just to like please my folks.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I think at that point of time, it was quite popular, as if in the design faculty, graphic design, interior design, was quite an in thing way back when. I remembered when I started, when I joined LaSalle, those were the few popular courses that was offered, right?
Well, I mean, practically, here in Singapore, it's best pick something that you're able to. It's like a good investment, right? So, so those faculties are those few options that you I mean, not saying definitely that you find a good job, in the end or what, but definitely secure a better future,
Right.
But I did go into that in the end,
Yeah.
I took a 360 turn. I went to sculpture instead. I was thinking, maybe painting, but painting is it's like boring because it's too.
I painter graduate.
I'm sorry.
Painting graduate, Okay, but
It's your problem, not mine.
Okay, good. Ouch. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so that allows me to explore more mediums and like techniques and stuff like that. What we went through was like like almost any medium that you can get your hands on, like
I think having to understand three-dimensional, ways to create things. I think is actually quite interesting. No?
Yeah. Then the best thing is like you can always present your artwork in 2D and 3D mashup kind of
Right.
format.
Correct.
So that allows me to breathe a little bit too, right? And yeah, from there, graduated. Then I have to go to army,
Yes.
like most boys in Singapore. I mean, it wasn't anything pleasant during that 2.5 years in army because I have to stay away from. I couldn't commit to arts anymore, right?
Yeah.
Because
Which is challenging, right? Because I think if you're basically at a certain momentum, you're doing arts, you're creating, and then after that there's this sudden, immediate break that you have to go through for national service, and then it kind of stops that ideas and creativity from rolling. You get what I mean? I think I personally went through the same thing as well.
So that 2.5 years is like a good break for you to think all over again whether you're going to continue to pursue arts or not, right?
Yeah, that's a good angle, actually. Yes.
Yeah. So after 2.5 years, it was like I was at a loss, man. I was even thinking of, because I don't really feel it anymore, going back to the art scene. So I thought maybe I should try something else. Then I thought, why not events, like like concerts, events, organizing, setting up and stuff like that. So I went to it, and I did it for 5 years.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and at the end of 5 years, I was like, man, this is like too tiring, man. I mean,
It is. I'm sure it is. It is.
I don't really get to see my girlfriend.
Oh.
That's really painful, man. Like, then no time for myself. And it was like, like there was this particular year that, I only that one day that I do not see my partner.
Yeah.
Not my girlfriend, as my partner work. Yeah. Like my company's partner. So for one day. Yeah, because we were rushing for Andy Lau's concert.
Oh, Andy Lau. Oh, Heavenly King. Okay. and where this was in Singapore?
No, in Genting, Malaysia.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was just wondering, why?
Like what? You have to actually rush your stuff all the way, in Genting.
So we were specialized in those elevating stage
Platforms, right?
Platforms, correct. So I was just wondering, why can't they provide? Why must we provide here, not them over in Malaysia, right? But I was just thinking that, it's okay. Anyway, I'll just take it. It's like an experience. At the end of the day, we are still able to collect back the platform, and that's our assets. You see,
Right.
I can still sell it and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, but it was too much work. So it was just like it was just one day. Like kind of, I woke up from my bed. Then
After 5 years, a realization that hit you after 5 years. Yeah. Okay.
Well, well, I mean, usually for me, it's like it can be a couple of months.
Yeah.
Then I would, the realization would just show up, right? But
Yeah.
this time around, 5 years, because I mean, I do learn a lot. I think in terms of the 3D rendering, like I have to like plot up the stage.
Yeah.
Comes up with the visual, then from the visual I transpire into the real thing. Then how to get the real thing up? I need to fabricate, right?
Yeah.
So that I have to do too.
Yeah.
So seriously, it was just grinding nonstop, man.
Hustle. Yes.
Yeah. So in the end, I just call it quit. I left. Then I was just, I have this backup plan that, like whatever that, I take on later, it doesn't work, I'll go back to events.
Right.
Because then I was like, I was almost, 28 that year.
Right. Okay.
So I decided to take a step back.
And I assume that people within the events community would have been familiar with you.
Oh yeah. Because we work a lot, like really hand in hand, because it's all the coordination and stuff, communication and all, right?
Yeah. And it is a small community of sorts, right?
Kind of.
Right? Because Singapore is very small anyway.
Correct.
To begin with. Yeah.
Yes, correct. So it's best that you know everyone, right? So then I was in this relationship with this girl. She was in Denmark. So I after I finalized my thought that I need to stop this, man. I need to move on. Take a sabbatical, it'll be 6 months or something like that. Just go and breathe, like really breathe, right? So I thought, okay, good. Maybe I just fly over to Denmark and see my ex. So prior to that, I need to go and visit her sister. But her sister is based in Singapore, and she runs a tattoo shop in Queensway. So I visited her, and she somehow gave me the idea that, hey, why not? After you come back from Denmark, you should try, since you are from LaSalle, right? I didn't take her seriously. I said, this is not not the right time for me to think about things like that. I'm more into like looking forward to going over to Denmark and maybe spend a couple of months in Europe and stuff like that. So I did 6 months, came back, brought back some stuff for her. Then she popped the question again. And I told her that no, I need to finish my reservist.
Yeah.
So I finished my reservist, came back. I said, maybe I want to do this. How should we go about doing this, right? How about I just, book the shop for you and this and that. And she said, oh shit, man. So it's a wrong timing because the shop is kind of packed already with artists.
Right. Okay.
So why not you just, like maybe just buy whatever we have on the shelf.
Of course,
Like the tools.
there's nothing on. There's no online retail on tattoo.
No
stuff,
man, no
right?
man, no man. It was
No
like
Shopee.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting thing. Okay, the interesting thing is, like then you need to own a shop
Right.
to purchase
In order
tattoo
for
equipments.
you to. Okay.
You need to register.
Is it? Oh, so it's license.
Kind of
something?
license, because it was like because we ordered through like online website,
Right.
right? Not so website means you communicate directly with the supplier there.
Yeah.
So they need verification.
I see.
Yeah.
I see,
So
I see, I see.
it's not for any like Tom, Dick, Harry. that
Understand.
you can just,
Understand. Okay.
okay, now whatever you have there, I thought I asked her, "Lah, whatever you have there, I'll just grab it.
Mm.
I just went straight home.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was like, okay, how am I going to start this, right? So did some research on YouTube, this and that. During those times, very little information. It was, like maybe a couple of videos online. And certain things, they do explain, but it was, was just very brief.
Yeah, very
Right?
basic.
So you need to really kind
try it, right? Yeah.
of understand. Then after that, try to imagine a little bit, and
Right.
okay, then try to set it up, and they say, oh, okay, this is how it works, this and that. And I try and pigskin.
Okay.
Pigskin, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So I have to wash them, dry them,
Oh, so you have to dry them.
put a bit of cologne on them because it doesn't smell, right? I mean, it smell, right? I mean,
Right.
initially it smell, so you need to wash
Actually,
them.
okay, that's interesting because okay. So basically, it's actual pigskin. So it has to be dried first before you can even attempt to do tattoo on it.
Yeah.
So it's not as like straight from the packaging or something that you immediately try.
Well, you can do that. You can do it. You can stand the gamey kind of smell. Yeah, you can do that. But for me, like I just prefer to work in a bit more pleasant environment.
More
Even the
comfortable
smell,
environment. Okay,
yeah.
got it.
It was done in my bedroom, right? So I
Okay,
don't want
okay.
the whole. I mean, I don't want the whole room to reek of
Of course.
kind of stench.